What are some of those other aspects, at least for you, that when you're looking at a space or when you're kind of feeling it out and thinking, oh, maybe I could do comedy here? What are like the baseline requirements, at least for yourself, that you go, okay, now this qualifies for a room that is possible?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I think one of the biggest, and I think you shouted it out, maybe for, I can't remember, it was Ellie's show, or whatever, but just like talent, dude. Like you've got to know talent, or at least have an idea of, who could be talented or who works for that audience. Like if you know your audience, it took me probably 6-7 months just to kind of get an idea of who was coming to my room regularly. And then I had an idea of like, okay, I know the people who are going to kill no matter who they're in front of. And I also know people who are going to do well in this space only. And I know the people who probably won't. And I've had people reach out to me and be like, hey, I want to be on your show. And I'm like, it's probably not going to go well for you, so like you have to just be like, hey, like, like either I'm booked up or like, hey, I'd love to have you on, but like I'm just not sure this is the right thing. It has nothing to do with you, it's the audience, and I don't know how they're going to respond. So I think that's a big part of it that people also don't think about is like, who's coming to this show. And I mean, it goes all the way up to like a Miami Improv. I remember the first time I was on at the Miami Improv, I went on a show that was like all Latin comedians, all Latin crowd, and I get there telling like non-Latin jokes, and the crowd was just like, why are you here? Kind of an idea. And it was just like the wrong show for me to be on, or whatever. And it was no one's fault except I like pushed because I want to be on, or whatever. And then like got on. I was like, okay, now like I understand that like the reason I wasn't asked to be on this show or like whatever is because this wasn't the right, lineup for me to be on. And I think that, trickles all the way down to a smaller show like mine. So that's a big thing. Obviously, the parking, like we said. And I think, even just having, like drinks, alcohol, we know makes people laugh harder than they normally would. So, there's a reason for that.